Hey guys, this is Mycket with One Kingdom, just the latest version of R2tK against Team Awesome. And I think they are pretty good actually, based on their performance so far against some of the other teams. But they have a couple of Sentinels in there, pretty tough. This is Yardo. I'm not sure what exactly Yardo stands for, but on this one was a bit tricky because of obviously the flare tower. That's the name of it. And I decided to go about it from the back side here and try and break through, because I had been able to put a mauler out there and see that it would actually cut through the backyard there and go through. And I thought, well, I don't have to take on the confusion tower, insanity tower, whatever that thing is, and I don't have to take on the flare tower direct on, although sometimes that can be helpful. But I needed to shape it a little bit, so I put this Gary out there, going in with 4-Veil Ancient to be able to guard against the tail side there. Don't want to get frozen too much, but I'm going to use it sparingly on that backside. If you come in with a couple of high enough paladins, you can be able to guard against that the flame tower with 4-Veil, because you'll take some damage, but the paladins will be able to protect. It'll be protected enough the paladins will be able to heal it back through here. All I did was I did one run across there to be able to make sure I could get both sides. Took some heat as it went across, but basically then going to put it to an outbuilding, be able to pick up a little additional mana, and basically get rid of my dragon for a little while here. Put these guys up top. They're wandering around a little bit, but they're going to wander through here. And as I drag that out there, I see they're all going to place in there, so I start sticking them down. And then I'm going to use this just to kind of protect them a little bit. They were taking a little heat, and they were about to run into a couple of those towers, so I decided to be able to throw that on there. You can see every time you throw down one of those spells, you're going to have the back side, you're going to have that flare tower is going to power up quite a bit. Now I'm staying out of reach of the flare tower. I'm going to try and bring my dragon across here, and I do so successfully. Unfortunately, my battery was not powered up as much as the flare tower, so just using this as I go in there and trying to just pummel my way through there, lose my dragon there, but I don't end up having to use my Kingdom Portal troops, so that's kind of nice, and didn't use any boosts on this one either. I am an SH12, so I do have one extra Kingdom Portal compared to SH11 and below, although it's not totally put up. So, okay, next one, going to Yuki. This is a 15% Sentinel. This one was a little trickier. I actually went through the first time and failed on this one. I tried to go through, what did I do the first time? I don't remember what I did the first time. And it did not work. However, I went through. And I think I took some maulers, and that was a mistake. So now I'm just going to kind of go through with one wave of troops and go through with just a whole slew of soldiers and 2 paladins there. Also on this one, do not have a boost. I think I may use the Kingdom Portal troops on this one. But dropping them down on the one side, letting them work at it a little bit. They're not taking too much fire, so then drop down all these guys, and they somewhat funnel up in the middle here. They never really seem to pick the same place, which is kind of unfortunate. Now I'm tempted to put down that first one, but I wait until I'm just about to get hit and put that down there, because I am going to be able to, or I'm going to get some heat and some be hit by that flare tower as I get closer there. So I don't want to be powered up too much. Just run Viscari across there, because there was the Viscari was about to get hit by some of the Sky Watchers there, and so I thought, yeah, bring it across and just do a sweep across there and hopefully bring it back. However, that's not going to happen, because Viscari had died before I got my dragon back. But it was a little bit on the light on the low side here, because that flame tower keeps taking bites out of those. But you can see the top side is going quite well here. I've got the paladins there. I've got a whole bunch of soldiers there. And once they start engaging this flare tower, it's all over. Now I can protect them as much as I want. Don't have to be worried about repercussions. And there goes the SH. All right, pretty simple. Well, simple in concept. It's always simpler in concept, but sometimes it's difficult to run it through. So let's move on to the next one. The next one I thought actually was easier than this one, which often happens with the king. This is going to be an SH13, which is more achievable. This one, rather than try and sneak something in from the backside, this thing was all curse towers, which is just screams out for Brander attack, because Brander just totally protects against that as long as you keep on top of them. This one I did put some archers in there, mostly because I like to bring archers sometimes when I have a feeling like my guys aren't going to funnel the way I want them to, especially if I can keep them outside of the range of getting hit by the arrow launcher. I'm just going to bring Viscari in here and just pick up a few of these outbuildings, get a little bit of extra mana, as well as obviously cut the funnel quite a bit, which helps a lot. As soon as I take a little fire with my dragon, I'm going to pull her back, and right here I'm trying to decide where to pull that, and I'm like, nah, I think I'll throw down my archer here. And you can see the archer will do a good job of cutting the funnel really well here. Takes those buildings down really fast without getting so close to them that really kind of they end up going the wrong way. So I'm going to be able to take down a couple of those buildings, and now everything is funneling the right direction here. Got my paladins, got my soldiers. Everybody is just fine and dandy, going right up the middle, and all I'm doing is watching. I have so much extra mana. Now, I will say I got a boost. I didn't get a boost on this one, excuse me. I got a bit of an extra oomph from the daily campaign because it went right before this one. I'm just trying to watch this and kind of going back between the first and the second abilities here, the first and second spells, to try and keep them protected, but also keep them moving. So I've already moved through a couple of these, and they're doing just fine. So I'm just going to kind of keep rolling. And you can see from here it's just marching orders right through there. Don't have to use the Kingdom Portal for this one either. So pretty straightforward on the concept of how to do it. Execution is always the tough part, especially I think with Brander. It tends to be nice and powerful, but less forgiving than some of the ancients if you don't hit it at quite the right time. And I'll just throw down the Frenzy there just for kicks and just having fun there. So anyways, hopefully this was helpful in some way. Make sure you like and subscribe and keep ahead of your rivals.